mother. Know that we have divided in three our kingdom, and 'tis our fast intent to shake all cares and business from our age, conferring them on younger strengths while we unburdened crawl toward death. Our son of Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany. We have this hour a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowers, that future strife may be prevented now. The princes, France and Burgundy, great rivals in our young daughter's love, long in our court have made their amorous sojourn, and are here to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend where nature doth with marriage challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty, beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less than life, with grace, health, beauty, honor, as much as child e'er loved, or father fond. A love that makes breath poor and speech unable. Beyond all manner of so much, I love you.
Shall Cordelia speak? Love, be silent.
Of all these bounds, from this line to this, with shadowy forests and with champagnes riched, with plenteous rivers and with wide-skirted mead, we make thee, lady. To thee in Albany's issues be this perpetual. What says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, wife of Cornwall? Speak.
I am made of that self-metal as my sister, and prize me at her worth. In my true heart, I find she names my very deed of love, only she comes too short. That I profess myself an enemy to all other joys, which the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness' love.
And for Cordelia, and yet not so, since I am sure my love's more ponderous than my tongue.
To thee and thine hereditary emperor remain this ample third of our kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy, although the last, not the least, to whose young love the vines of France and milk of Burgundy strive to be interested. What can you say that will draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing, to speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bond. No more, no less.
How, Cordelia, mend your speech a little, lest you mar your fortune.
Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. And I return those duties back as our right fit. Obey you, love you, and most honor you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Happily, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my flight shall carry half my love with him, half my care and duty. Sure I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all.
What goes thy heart with this?
Aye, good my lord.
So young and so untender?
So young, my lord.
Let it be so. Thy truth then be thy dower. For by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of Hecate and the night, by all the operations of the orbs from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I disclaim all thy paternal care, propinquity and property of blood. And as a stranger to my heart and me, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Scythian, or he that makes generation vessels to gorge his appetite, shall to my bosom be as well neighbored, pitied, and relieved as thou, my sometime daughter. My patient! Come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and thought to set my rest on her kindness. And so as here I give her father's heart from her. Call France! Who stirs? Call Burgundy! Cornwall and Orkney, with my 2 daughters' dowers, died just the third. Let pride, which she complains, marry her. I do invest you jointly with all my power, preeminence, and the large effects that droop with majesty. Ourself by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights, by you to be sustained, shall our abode make by due turn. Only we shall rename the name in all the editions of the king. The sway, revenue, and execution of the rest to yourselves be yours.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honored as my king, loved as my father, as my master followed, as my great patron thought on in my prayers.
I was bent and drawn weak.
Let it fall, rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart. Be Kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Thinkest thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honor's bound when majesty falls to folly. Reserve thy state, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sounds reverb no hollowness.
And all my life, no more.
My life I never held but as a pawn to wage against thine enemies, nor fear to lose it, thy safety being motive.
Out of my sight!
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
Now by Apollo!
Now by Apollo King, now swearest thy gods in fair, so miscreant!
Sir, forbear.
Kill thy physician, and thy fee bestow upon the foul disease. Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can vent clamor from my throat, I'll tell thee, thou dost evil.
Give me recreant on thine allegiance. Thou hast sought to break our vows, which just never left. Nor our nature, nor our place can bear, our potency made good. Take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provision, to shield thee from disasters of the world. And on the 6th, to turn thy hated back from our kingdom. If, on the 10th day following, thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. We got you into the Shalom of the Rose.
Fare thee well, King. Since thus thou wilt appear, freedom lives hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their due shelter take thee, maid, that justly thinkest, and most rightly said. And your large speeches may your deeds approve. The good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kent, O princes, bids you all adieu. He'll shape his course in a country new.
Here's Prince of Burgundy. My lord of Burgundy, we first address to you, who with this king hath rivaled for our daughter. What in the least will you request in present dower of her, or cease your quest of love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than hath been is offered. Nor will you tender less.
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so. But now her price has fallen. So, there she stands. If aught within that little seeming substance, or all of it with our displeasure pierced, and nothing more, may fitly like your grace. She's there, and she's yours.
I know no answer.
With all those infirmities she owes, unfriended, new adopted by our hate, stranged by our curse, take her or leave her.
Pardon me, royal sir, but election makes not up in such conditions.
Then leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you all her wealth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a strain to match you where I hate. Therefore, I beseech you to avert your life into a more worthier way, that our wretched nature is ashamed almost to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange. She whom even but now is your best object. The argument of your praise, calm of your age, the best, the dearest, should in this trice of time commit a thing so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of favor. Sure her offense must be of such unnatural degree that monsters it, for your poor
speak, you purpose not. Since what I well intend, I'll do it before I speak. But you make known it is no vicious blot, murder or foulness, no unchaste action or dishonored step that has deprived me of your grace and favor. Even for want of that for which I am richer, a still soliciting eye, such a tongue as I am glad I have not. But not to have it hath lost me.
Where thou hadst not been born, not to please me.
Is it but this, a tardiness in nature that often leaves the history unspoke that it intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what say you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stand aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is herself a dowry. Most royal majesty, give but that portion which yourself have proposed, and here I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn, and I am
I'm sorry, though, that you have so lost father that you must lose a husband.
Peace be with Burgundy. Since that respect and fortunes are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, that art most rich, being poor, most choice, forsaken, most loved, despised. Thee and thy virtues here I seize upon, be it lawful I take weapons cast away. God, 'tis strange that in their coldest neglect my love should kindle to inflamed respect. Thy dowerless daughter, king, thrown to my chance, is queen of us, of ours, and our fair friends. Not all the dukes of waterish Burgundy can buy this unprized precious maid of me. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, though unkind. Thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, friends. Let her be thine. For we have no such daughter, nor shall we ever see that piece of her again. Come, noble Burgundy.
Bid farewell to your sister.
Jewels of our father. With washed eyes, Cordelia leaves you. I know you what you are, and like a sister most loath to call your faults as they are named. Love well our father. To your professed bosoms I commit him. Yet alas, stood I within his grace, I would prefer him to a better place. Farewell to you both.
Prescribe not to us our duty.
Let your study be protect your lord, who hath received good fortune's alms. You have obedience scanted, and well worth the want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold what plighted cunning hides. Who covers truth at last with shame derides. Well may you prosper.
Come, my lord, with you.
Sister, it is not little I have to say of what most nearly appertains to us both. I think our father will hence tonight.
That's most certain, and with you. And next month with us.
You see how full of changes as ages. The observation we have made of it hath not been little. He always loved our sister most. And with what poor judgment he hath now cast her off appears too grossly.
'Tis the infirmity of his age, yet he hath ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been but rash. Then must we look from his age to receive not alone the imperfections of a long and grand condition, but therewithal the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such unconstant starts I would like to have him in, as this of Ken's banishment.
There is further compliment of leave-taking between friends and him. Pray you let us sit together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, this last surrender of his will but offend us.
We shall further think of it.
We must do something, and in a heat.
that I have some 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother. Why bastard? Wherefore base? When my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, and my shape as true as honest madam's issue. Why brothers with baseness, bastardly, base. When the lusty stuff of nature take more composition and fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating a whole tribe of thoughts got twin asleep and awake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate. If this letter speed and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow. I prosper. Now God, stand up for the bastards.
Kent banished to us, and France in color parted. The king gone tonight, confined to exhibition, prescribed his power. All this done upon the gad. Edmund, how now? What news?
So please your lordship, none.
Why so earnestly seek you to put up that letter?
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
The quality of nothing hath not such need to hide itself. Come, if it be nothing, I shall not need spectacles.
I beseech you, sir, pardon me. It is a letter from my brother that I have not all o'erread, and for so much as I have perused, I find it not fit for your own looking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I shall offend either to detain or give it. The contents, as in part I understand them, are to blame.
Let's see.
I hope, for my brother's justification, he wrote this but as an essay or taste of my virtue.
This policy and reverence of age makes the world bitter to the best of our times. Keeps our fortunes from us till our oldness cannot relish them. I begin to find it idle and fond bondage in the oppression of age tyranny, whose sway is not as it hath power, but as it is suffered. Come to me that of this I may speak more. If our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever, and live the beloved of your brother, Edgar. Conspiracy? Our father would sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever? My son, Edgar, hath he a hand to write this? A heart and a brain to breed it in? When came you to this? Who brought it?
It was not brought to me, my lord. There's the cunning in it. I found it thrown in at the casement of my closet.
You know the character to be your brother's?
If the matter were good, my lord, I durst swear it was his. But in respect of that, I would fain think it were not.
It is his.
It is his hand, my lord, but I hope his heart is not in the contents.
Hath he ever before sounded you in this business?
Never. But I have heard him oft maintain it to be fit that, sons at perfect age and fathers declined, the father should be as ward to the son, and the son manage his revenues.
Villain! Unnatural, detested, brutish villain! Worse than brutish, abominable villain! Edmund, seek him out to wind me into him. Unnatural villain, where is he?
I do not know well know, my lord. If it shall please you to suspend your indignation against my brother until you have some better testimony of his intent, you should run a certain course, where, if you violently proceed against him, mistaking his purpose, it would make a great gap in your own honor, and shake in pieces the heart of his obedience. I dare pawn down my life for him, that he hath writ this to feel my affection to your honor, and to no other pretense of danger.
Think you so?
If your honor judge it meet, I shall place you where you shall hear us confer of this and have your satisfaction, at no further delay than this very evening.
He cannot be such a monster.
Nor is not, sure.
To his father, who so entirely and tenderly loves him, heaven and earth. Edmund, seek him out, I pray you. Frame the business after your own resolution. It would unstate me to be in a due state.
I shall seek him, sir, presently. Convey the business as I shall find fit, and acquaint you with all.
These late eclipses of the sun and moon portend no good to us. Though the wisdom of nature can reason it thus and thus, yet nature itself finds itself scourged by the sequent effects. Love cools, friendship falls off, Brothers divide. In cities mutinies, in countries discord, in palaces treason, and the bond cracked twixt son and father. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous disorders will follow us disquietly to this grave. We've seen the best of our times. Edmund, seek him out, it shall lose thee nothing. Pray you do it carefully. And the noble and true-hearted Kent banished, his offense, honesty. 'Tis strange.
This is the excellent foppery of the world, that when we are sick in fortune, often the surfeits of our own behavior, we make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, and the stars, as though we were villains on necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, and treachers by an enforced obedience to planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of poor master man, to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. My father, compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under Ursa Major. Thus it follows, I am rough and lecherous. But I should have been that Ion had the maidenliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastardizing. Pat, he comes, like the catastrophe of the old comedy. My hue is villainous melancholy with a sigh like Tom of Bedlam. Oh, these eclipses do portend these divisions.
How now, Brother Edmund? What serious contemplation are you in?
I am thinking, brother, of a prediction I read this other day, what should follow these eclipses.
Do you busy yourself with that?
I promise you, the effects he writes of succeed unhappily, as of unnaturalness between the parent and the child. Death, dearth, divisions of state, menaces and maledictions against kings and nobles, banishment of friends, dissipation of cohorts, nuptial breaches, and I know not what.
How long have you been a secretary astronomical?
When saw you my father last?
The night gone by.
Spake you with him?
Aye, 2 hours together.
Parted you on good terms? Found you no displeasure in him by word nor countenance?
None at all.
Then bethink yourself when you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence, until some little time hath qualified the heat of his displeasure, which at this instant so rages in him, that with the menace of your person it would scarcely allay. Some villain have done me wrong, that's my fear. I pray. Have a continent forbearance, until the speed of his rage grows slower. And as I say, retire with me to my lodging, from whence I shall fitly bring you to hear my lord speak. Pray you, go. Take my key. If you do go abroad, go armed.
Armed, brother.
Brother, I advise you to the best. I am no honest man, if there be any good meaning toward you. I have told you what I have seen and heard, but faintly, nothing like the image and horror of it.
Shall I hear from you anon?
I do serve you in this business. A credulous father, and a brother noble whose nature is so far from doing harms that he suspects none, on whose honesty my practices ride easy. I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit, all with me's meat that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for chiding up his fool?
I know.
My day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes on to one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous and he self-upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I'm sick. The fault of it I'll answer.
Oh, he's coming, madam, I hear him.
Put on what weary negligence you please, you and your fellows. I haven't come to question. If he distasted, let him to my sister, whose mind and mine I know in that are one, not to be all ruled. Idle old man still would manage those authorities that he hath given away. Now, by my life, old fools are babes again and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen abused. Remember what I have said. And then his knights have colder looks among you. What comes of it, no matter. Advise your fellows so. I would read from amplifications, and I shall that I may speak. All right, straight to my sister to hold my very course. Prepare for dinner.
If but as well, I other accents sorrow that can my speech diffuse, my good intent may carry itself through to that full issue for which I raised my likeness. Now, banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, so may it come thy master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labors.
Let me not stay a jot for dinner. Go! Get it ready!
How now? What art thou? A man, sir.
What dost thou profess? What wouldst thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I see. To serve him truly that would put me in trust. To love him that is honest. To converse with him that is wise and says little. To fear judgment. To fight when I cannot choose. And to eat no fish.
What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow. And as poor as the king.
Thou beest as poor a subject as he is for a king. Thou art poor enough. What wouldst thou?
Service.
Who dost thou serve? You. Dost thou know me, fellow?
No, sir. But you have that in your countenance I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services canst thou do?
I can keep an honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message, well, that which ordinary men are fit for, I am qualified in. And the best of me is diligence.
How old art thou?
Not so young, sir, to love a woman for singing, nor so old to dote on her for anything. I have years on my back, 48.
Follow me, thou shalt serve me. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I'll not part from thee yet. Dinner! Oh, dinner! Where's my knave, my fool? Go you and call him hither. Oh, you, sirrah. Where's my daughter? So please me. Well, what says the fellow there? Call the clock pull back. Where's my fool? I think the world's asleep. How now? Where's the mongrel?
He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Why came not the slave back to me when I called for him?
He answered me in around this manner. He would not.
He would not.
My lord, I know not what the matter is, but to my knowledge, your highness is not entertained with that ceremonious affection as you were wont. A great abatement of kindness appears in the general dependence, as well as in the duke and your daughter.
Sayest thou so?
I beseech your pardon, my lord, if I be mistaken, for my duty cannot be silent when I feel your highness wrong.
Thou but rememberest me of mine own conception. I have perceived a most faint neglect of late, which I perceived as mine own jealous curiosity rather than the pretense and purpose of unkindness. I'll look further into it. But where's my fool? I have not seen him this 2 days.
Since my young lady's going to France, my lord, the fool hath much pined away.
No more of that, I have noted it well. Go you and tell my daughter I'd speak with them, and call my fool hither. Oh, you, sir. Come you hither, sir. Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father. My lord's knave, you whoreson dog! You slave, you cur!
I do beseech your pardon, my lord. I have none of these.
You bandy looks with me, rascal!
I'll be stricken out, my lord.
Your tricks neither, you famous football player.
I thank thee, fellow, thou servest me. I love
Come, sir, I'll teach you differences.
Now, my friendly knave, you serviced me. I'll bear service for thy service.
Let me hire him too. Here's my coxcomb.
Now, my friendly knave, how dost thou?
Sirrah, you were best take my coxcomb. Why, fool? Why? For taking one's part is out of favor. Nay, and thou canst not smile as the wind did
daughters, and did the third a blessing against his will. If thou follow him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb. How now, nuncle? Would I had 2 daughters and 2 coxcombs.
Why, my boy?
If I gave them all my living, I'd keep my coxcombs myself. There's mine. Beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, Saab, the whip.
Truce, a dog must a kennel. He must be whipped out when the lady's broth may stand by the fire and stink.
Now best should it gall to me.
Sirrah, I'll teach thee a speech. Mark it, nuncle. Have more than thou showest. Speak less than thou knowest. Lend less than thou owest. Ride more than thou goest. Learn more than thou throwest. Set less than thou throwest. Leave thy drink and thy whore, and keep and adore, and thou shalt have more than 2 tins to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
Then 'tis like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing, nuncle?
My dear boy, nothing can be made of nothing.
Prithee, tell him so much the rent of his land comes to, he will not believe a fool.
A bitter fool.
Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one?
Know that. Teach me.
The Lord that counseled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me. Do thou for him stand. The sweet and bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the other found out there. Dost thou call me fool, boy? All thy other titles thou hast given away. That thou wast born with.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
No faith, lords and great men will not let me. If I had them mock the knuckly out, they'd have part on it. And ladies, too. They will not let me have all the fool to myself. They'll be snatching. Nuncle, give me an egg, and I'll give thee 2 crowns.
What 2 crowns shall they be, my boy?
Why, after I have cut the egg in the middle and eat up the meat, the 2 crowns of the egg. When thou clovest thy crown in the middle and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass on thy back o'er the dirt. Thou hadst little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden away. I speak like myself in this. Let him be whipped that first finds it so. Fools had never less grace in a year, for wise men are grown foppish, and know not how their wits to wear their manners are so apish.
When will you want to be so full of song, Sirrah?
I have used it, nuncle, ever since thou madest thy daughters thy mother. When thou gavest them the rod, and puttest down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow sung, that such a king should play bo peep and go the fools among. Prithee, nuncle, keep a schoolmaster that can teach thy fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
If you lie, Sirrah, we'll have you whipped.
I marvel what kin thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me whipped for speaking true, thou'lt have me whipped for lying, and sometimes I am whipped for holding my peace. I would rather be any kind of thing than a fool, and yet I would not be thee, nuncle. Thou hast pared thy wit of both sides and lack nothing in the middle. Here comes one of the pairings.
Come now, daughter. What makes the forfeit on? You are much too late to have found.
Thou wast a pretty fellow when thou had no need to care for her frowning. Now thou art an O without a figure. I am better than thou art. Now I am a fool. Thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue so your face bids me, though you say nothing. Mum, he that keeps nor crust nor crumb, weary of all, shall want some. That's a show peace, God.
Not only, sir, this your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly carp and quarrel, breaking forth in bread cannot to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought, by making this well known unto you, to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoken done, that you protect this corpse, and put it on by your allowance, which, if you should, the thought would not scale working do you that offence which else were shame, that their necessity must call discreet proceedings.
For you know, Nuncle, the hedge sparrow fed the cuckoo so long that it's had its head bit off by its young. So out went the candle, and we were left darkling.
You are doctor. I would you would make use of your good wisdom, whereof I know you are full, and put away these dispositions which of late transport you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when a cart draws the horse. Oh, John, hello me. Does any Lear know me? This is not Lear. Did Lear speak thus, walk thus? Where are his eyes? Either his notion weakens or his manners are lethargic, sleeping or waking. Ha! Sure 'tis not so. Who is it that can tell me who I am? Lear Shadows, I would learn that. By the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded I have daughters, which they will make an obedient father.
Your name, fair gentlewoman. This admiration, sir, is much of the savor of other your new prince. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, you should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, made so disordered, so debauched and bold that this our court, infected with their manners, shows like a riotous inn. Epicureanism and lust make it more like a tavern or a brothel than a grated palace. The shame itself doth speak for instant remedy. Be then desired by her that else would take the things she bears, a little to disquantity your train, and the remainders that shall still depend to be such men as may besort your age, which know themselves, and you.
Saddle my horses, pull my train together. Degenerate bastard, I'll no more trouble thee. And I have left another daughter. Oh, that's too late to repent. Oh, sir, are you come? Is it your will? Speak, sir. Ingratitude thou marble heart to feed, more hideous when thou showest thee a child than the sea monster.
Pray, sir, be patient.
Detested kite! Thou liest! My train are men of choice and rarest parts, that all particulars of duty know, and in the most exact regard support the warships of their name. Oh, small fault. Ugly didst thou in Cordelia show, which like an engine wrenched from my frame and drew from my nature, and drew from my heart all love and added to the girl. Oh, Lear! Lear, beat of this gate that let thy folly and thy dear judgment out.
My lord, I am guiltless as I may do what it you.
So, dear Richard here, dear Fox here, suspend thy purpose that thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility, high up in her the organs of increase, and from her derogate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teen, create her child with spleen, that it may live and be athwart disnatured torment to her. Let it stab wrinkles in her brow oblique, with cadent tears spread channels on her cheeks. Turn all her mother's pains and benefits into laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Away! Away!
How falls this? Never afflict yourself to know more of it. But let his disposition have that scope as dotage gives it.
What? 50 of my foes at a clap within a fortnight? I'll tell you. Life and death. I'm ashamed that thou hast the power to shake my manhood thus. These hot tears which break from me before should make thee worth them. Grasses and bogs upon me. The untended wounds of a father's curse pierce every sense about thee. Old fond eyes, beweep this cause again. I'll pluck ye out, and cast you with those waters that you loose to temper clay. Let it be so. I have yet another daughter, who I'm sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear this of thee, with her nails shall flay thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt see I'll resume that shape which thou dost think I have cast off forever. Do you mark that, my lord?
Colonel, I cannot be so partial to the great love I've been.
Pray you content. What, Oswald? Ho! You, sir, more knave than fool. Austere master.
Uncle Lear, Tarry, take the fool with thee. daughter, and such a daughter, should sure to the slaughter, if my cap would buy a halter, so the fool follows after. That man hath had good counsel. 100 knights. 'Tis politic and safe to keep at point 100 knights. Oh, yes, that on every dream, each buzz, each fancy, each complaint, dislike, he may guard his daughters with their powers and hold our lives in mercy. Oswald, I say!
You may fear too far.
Say could it trust too far. Let me still take away the harms I fear, not fear still to be taken. I know his heart. What he has uttered, I have writ my sister. If she sustain in his 100 knights when I have shown me a fit. How now, Oswald, have you writ that letter to my sister?
Yes, madam.
Take you some company away to hold. Inform her full of my particular fear, and then to add such complaints of your own as may compact it more. Get you gone and hasten your return. No, no, my lord. This milky gentleness and course of yours, though I condemn it not, yet, under pardon, you are much more tasked for want of wisdom than praised for harmful mildness.
How far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better off we marvels well.
Nay then,
Well, you wit.
with these letters. Acquaint my daughter no further with anything you know that comes from her to bad out of letter. If your diligence be not speedy, I shall be there for you.
I will not sleep, my lord, till I have delivered the letter.
If a man's brains were in his heels, were it not in danger of kibes,
Aye, boy.
then I prithee be merry, thy wit shall not go. Slipshod!
Ha, ha, ha.
See, thy other daughter will use thee kindly, for though she's as like this, as a crab's like an apple, yet I can tell what I can tell.
What canst tell, boy?
She will taste as like this as a crab does to a crab. Canst tell why one's nose stands in the middle one's face.
No.
Why to keep one's eyes out of either side's nose, that what a man may not smell out, he may spy into.
I did her wrong.
Canst tell how an oyster makes his shell.
No.
Nor I neither. But I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why? To put his head in, and not to give away to his daughters and leave his horns without a case.
I should forget my nature.
So kind a father.
Be my horses ready?
Thine asses are gone about them. The reason why 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not.
Yes, indeed, thou wouldst make a good fool.
I should forget my nature. To take it again perforce, monster ingratitude.
Thou wert my fool, uncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How's that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
Let me not be mad. Sweet heavens, keep me in temper that I would not be mad. How now? Are the horses ready?
Ready, my lord.
She that's a maid now and laughs at my departure shall not be a maid long unless things be cut shorter.
Come, boy.
Safety. And you, sir. The Duke of Cornwall and Regan his Duchess will be here with your father this night. How comes that? Nay, I know none. You have heard of the news abroad. I mean the whispered ones, for they are as yet but ear-kissing arguments.
Not I. Pray you, what are they?
You have heard of no likely wars tour twixt the Dukes of Cornwall and Albany?
Not a word.
You may do then in time.
the Duke be here tonight? The better. Best. This weaves itself perforce into my business. My father hath set guard to take my brother, and I have one thing of a queasy question which I must act. Briefness and fortune work. Brother, a word, descend. Brother, I say. My father watches, oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you are hid. Have you nor spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither now, in the night, in the haste, and Regan with him. Have you nothing said upon his party against the Duke of Albany? Advise yourself.
I'm sure on it, not a word.
I hear my father coming. Pardon me. In cunning, I must draw my sword upon you. Draw! Seek to defend yourself. Now quit you well. Yield! Come before my father! Stop here! Some blood drawn on me would beget opinion of my more fierce endeavor. I've seen drunkards do more than this in sport. Father! Father! Stop! Stop! No help!
Now, Edmund, where's the villain?
Here stood he in the dark, his sharp sword out, mumbling of wicked charms, conjuring the moon to stand auspicious mistress.
But where is he?
Look, sir, I believe.
Where is the villain, Edmund?
Fled this way, sir, when by no means he could
Pursue him. Ho, go after him. By no means what?
persuade me to the murder of your lordship. But that I told him the revenging gods against parasites did all the thunder swell, spoke with how great and manifold a bond the child was bound to the father. Sir, in fine, seeing how loathly opposite I stood to his unnatural purpose, in fell motion with his prepared sword, he charges home my unprovided body, latched mine arm. But when he saw my best alarmed spirits, bold in the quarrel's right, roused to the encounter, or whether gasted by the noise I made, so suddenly he fled.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught and found. Dispatch. The noble Duke, my master, my worthy arch and patron, comes tonight. By his authority will I proclaim it, that he which finds him shall deserve our thanks, bringing the murderous coward to the stake. He that conceals him, death.
When I dissuaded him from his intent and found him pight to do it, with cursed speech I threatened to discover him. He replied, "Thou unpossessing bastard, dost thou think if I should stand against thee, would the reposal of any trust, virtue, or worth in thee make thy words faith? No. What I should deny, as this I would, I, though thou didst name my very character. I turn it all to thy suggestion, plot, and damned practice. And thou must make a dullard of the world, if they not thought the profits of my death were very pregnant and potential spirits to make thee seek it."
O strange and fastened villain, would he deny his letters, said he. I never got him. I'll port Salvar, this villain shall not escape. Besides, his picture will I send far and near, that all the kingdom may make due note of him and of my land. Loyal and natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable.
How now, my noble friend?
Since I came hither, which I can call it now, I have a strange news. If it be true, all vengeance must be shortly come to see the offender. How thus, my lord?
Madam, my old heart is cracked. It's cracked.
What? Did my father's godson seek your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar?
Lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights who tended upon my father?
I know not, madam. 'Tis too bad.
Yes, madam. He was of that consort.
No marvel then, though he were affected. 'Tis they who put him on the old man's death to have the expense and waste of his revenues. I have this present evening from my sister been well informed of them, and with such cautions, that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be home.
Nor I, surely be. Edmund, I hear you have done your father a childlike office.
He did berate his practice and receive this hurt you seek, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my lord.
If he be taken, you shall never more be feared of doing harm. Make your own purpose how in my strength you please. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth assist to commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust we shall much need. You we first seize upon.
I shall serve you, sir. Truly. However else.
For him I thank your grace.
You know not why we came to visit you?
Thus out of season, threading dark-eyed night, occasions, noble Gloucester, of some prize where we must have use of your advice. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister, of differences, which I best thought it fit to answer from our home. These several messengers from hence attend dispatch. Our dear old friend, lay comforts to your bosom, and bestow your needful counsel on our businesses, which craves the instant use.
I serve you, madam. Your graces are right welcome.
Good dawning, Judy friend. Out of this house?
Aye.
Where do we set our horses?
In the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love it thee not.
Why didn't I care not for thee?
If I had thee in lips very pinful, I would make thou care for me.
Oh, why do you use me thus? I know thee not. Fellow, I know thee.
What do you know me for?
A knave, a rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, three-suited, Worcester-stocking knave, a lily-livered, action-taking, whoreson, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, finical rogue, a one-trunk inheriting slave, one that would be a bawd in way of good service, and art nothing but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, pander, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch, one whom I will beat when the clamorous whining are found denied the least syllable of thy addition.
Why, what a monstrous fellow art thou thus to rail on one that's neither known of thee nor knows thee?
What a brazen-faced knave art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it 3 days since I tripped up thy heels and best thee before the king? Draw, you rogue, for though it be night, yet the moon shines. I'll make a sup of the moonshine out of you, you whoreson, barber-monger, draw!
Away! I have nothing to do with thee.
You come with letters against the king and take vanity, the puppet's part, against the royalty of her father. Draw, you rascal, or also carpet out of your shanks. Draw, you rogue, come your ways! Help! Help! Murder! Help! Part with you, goodman boy, if you please. Come, I'll flesh ye.
Such quarrels? Part. What's the matter, dear? Peace, sirrah! He who strikes next dies. What is the matter here?
The messengers from our sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak! I am scarce of breath, my lord.
No, hardly have I so whispered your valor, you cowardly rascal. Nature disclaims in thee. A tailor made thee.
Thou art a strange fellow. A tailor make a man?
A tailor, sir. A stone cutter or a painter could not have made him so ill, though they'd been but 2 years of the trade.
Speak yet. How grew your quarrel? This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I have spared and suited his great fear.
Thou, whoreson, said, thou unnecessary letter, sir. If you will give me leave, I will tread this unbolted villain into mortar and daub the wall of a jail.
Peace, sirrah! You beastly knave, know you no reverence?
Yes, sir. But anger hath the privilege.
Why art thou angry?
That such a slave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty. Such smiling rogues as these, like rats, oft bite the holy cords atwain which are to entice to unloose. The nay, affirm and turn their halcyon beaks with every berry and gale of their master, knowing not, like dogs, but following. Apply upon your epileptic visage, smiling you my speeches as if I were a fool. Goose, if I had thee on fair and plain, I'd drive thee cackling home to Camelot.
Art thou mad, old fool? How fell you out? Say that.
No contraries hold more antipathy than I in such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance does mine, nor his nor hers.
Sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I have seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder before me at this instant.
This is some fellow, who having been praised for bluntness, doth affect a saucy roughness, and constrains the god quite from his nature. He cannot flatter he. An honest soft, he's plain. These kind of knaves I know, which in my time I have seen harbor more craft and corrupter ends than 20 silly dumpling observants that stretch their duties nicely.
Sir, in good faith, in sincere verity, under the allowance of your great aspect, his influence, like the flickering ray
What
of
meanest
fire,
thou by this?
to go out of my dialect, sir, which you discommend so much. I know, sir, I am no flatterer. He that beguiled you in a plain accent was a plain knave, which for my part I shall not be. Though I should win your displeasure to entreat me to it.
What was the offense you gave?
I never gave him any.
It pleased the king, his master, very late to strike at me, when upon his misconstruction he, compact and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind, insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of man that worthy him, got praise of the king for him attempting he who was self-subdued, and in the bleshment of this dread exploit drew me here again.
None of these rogues and cowards, but Ajax is their fool.
Fetch forth the stocks! As I have life and honor, he shall sit there, you reverend braggart, will teach you.
Sir, I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employment I would send to you. You shall do too bold malice, so too bold respect against the grace and person of my master, stalking his messenger.
Fetch forth the stocks! There he shall sit till noon.
Till noon. Till night, my lord, and all night.
True, why, madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not use me so.
Sir, being his knave, I will.
This is a fellow of the self-same color our sister spoke of. Putting the stocks!
Let me beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king his master will check him for it. This purposeful correction is such as basest and contemnous wretches for pilferings and most common trespasses are punished with. The good king his master needs must take it ill, that he, so slightly valued in his messenger, should have him thus restrained.
I'll answer that.
My sister may receive it much more the worse to have her gentleman abused, assaulted for following her affairs. Put in his lens. Come, my good lord, away.
I am sorry for you, friend. Tis the Duke's pleasure. His disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed nor stopped. I'll entreat for thee.
Pray not, sir. I have watched and traveled hard. Sometime I shall sleep out, the rest I'll whistle. Give you good morrow.
The Duke's to blame. 'Twill be ill taken.
Good king, that must approve the common saw. Thou out of heaven's benediction comest to the warm sun. Approach thou, beacon, to this underglobe, that by thy comfortable beam I may peruse this letter. Nothing almost sees miracle but misery. I know. 'Tis from Cordelia, who most fortunately hath been informed of my obscured course, and shall find time from this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies. All's weary and overwatched. Take vantage, heavy eyes, not to behold this shameful logic. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed, and by the happy hollow of a tree escaped to the hunt. No court is free, no place that guard most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself, and if bethought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought near to beast. My face I'll grime with filth, blanket my loins, of all my hair in knots, and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices strike in their numbed and mortified bare arms. Pins, wooden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary, and with this horrible object from low farms, poor, pelting villages, sheepcotes and mills, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayers, enforce their charity. Poor Turley God. Poor Tom. That's something yet. Edgar. I nothing am.
Tis strange that they should so depart from Orthodox and that my messenger.
As I learned, sir, the night before, there was no purpose in that this remove. Hail to thee, noble master.
Makest thou this shame thy pastime?
Oh, my lord.
He wears cruel garters.
Horses are tied by the head, dogs and bears by the neck, monkeys by the loins, and men by the legs. When a man's over lusty at leg, then he wears nether stocks.
What's he that had so much thy place mistook to set thee here?
It's both he and she, your son and daughter.
No.
Yes.
No, I say.
I say yes.
No, they would not.
Yes, they have.
By Jupiter, I swear no.
By Juno, I swear I.
They durst not. They could not. They would not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon request such violent outrage.
Resolve me with all modest haste, which way thou mightst deserve, or they impose this usage coming from us.
My lord, when at their house I did commend your highness's letters to them. Ere I was risen from that place that showed my duty kneeling, came there a reeking post, stewed in his haste, panting forth from Goneril, his mistress, salutations. Delivered letters, spite of intermission, which presently they read, summoned up their meanie straight to course, and commanded me to follow and attend the leisure of their answer. Gave me cold looks, and meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow which of late displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me, drew. He summoned up the house with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers.
Winter's not gone yet, if wild geese that way fly. Fathers that wear rags do make their children blind, but fathers that bear bags shall see their children kind. Fortune that errant whore ne'er turns key to the poor, but for all this thou shalt have as many dollars for thy daughters as thou canst tell in a year.
Oh, how this mother swells up towards my heart. Mr. Capaccio, but thou, like climbing sorrow, thy own has below. Where is this daughter?
But they're all, sir, here within.
Follow me not. Stay there.
Made you no more offense for what you speak of?
None. How chance the king comes with so small a number?
Thou had been set in the stocks for that question, thou'dst well deserved it.
Why, fool?
We'll set thee to school and to teach thee there's no laboring in the winter. All that follow their noses are led by their eyes, but blind men. And there's not a nose among 20 but can smell him that's stinking. Let go thy hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes upward, let it draw thee after. When a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves follow it, since a fool gives it. That sir which serves and seeks for gain, and follows but for form, will pack when it begins to rain, and leave thee in the storm. But I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the wise man fly. The fool turns knave that runs away, the fool no knave would die.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
Deny to speak with me. They are sick, they are weary, they have traveled all the night. Mere fetches the images of revolt and flying off. Fetch me a better answer.
My dear lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how fixed and unremovable he is in his course.
Vengeance, plague, death, confusion, fiery. What quality? Why, Gloucester! Gloucester, I speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Dost thou understand me, man?
I know, Lord. The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak. Commands and servants. Are they informed of this? Ah, my brethren. Fiery. The fiery Duke. Tell the hot Duke that... No. But not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity doth still neglect all office whereto our help is bound. We are not ourselves when nature being oppressed commands the mind to suffer with the body. Therefore I forbear, and am fallen out of my more headier will to take the indisposed or sickly fit for the wise man. My state. Wherefore should he sit here? The sap persuades me that the removal of the Duke and Heir is practice only. Give me my servant forth. Go you and tell the Duke and his wife I'd speak with him now, presently. Bid them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber doors I'll beat the drum till we cry sleep to death.
I would have all well betwixt you.
My heart, my rising heart put down.
Oh, cry to it, nuncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put 'em in the paste alive. She knocked 'em o'er the coxcombs with a stick and cried, "Down, wantons, down!" 'Twas her brother that in pure kindness to his horses buttered his head.
Good morrow to you both.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason I have to think so. If thou shouldst not be glad, I divorce me from my mother's tomb, sepulchering an adulteress. Oh. Are you free? Some other time for that. Thy sister's daughter. She hath tied shot to unkindness, like a vulture beauty. I can scarce speak. Thou shalt not plead with the hound depraved equality. Oh, Regan.
Pray you, sir, take patience. I had hoped you less rather value or desert than she to scant her duty.
Say, how is that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she have restrained the riots of your followers, 'tis on such ground and to such wholesome end as clears her from all blame.
Curses on her!
Sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of her confine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray you, that to our sister you do make return. I'll say you have wronged her.
Ask for forgiveness. Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees I beg that you'll vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
Good sir, no more. These are unsightly tricks. Return you to my sister.
Never, Regan. She hath abated me of half my trade, looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the sword vengeances of heaven fall on her ingrateful top. Strike her young bones, you taking airs with lameness.
Aye, sir, fine.
Limber lightnings, blind her with your flaming. Strike her young beauty, you fen-sucked fogs, to fall and blister.
Oh, the blessed gods! So will you wish on me when the rash moon is on?
No, Regan. Thou shalt never have my curse. Thy tender hefty nature shall not give thee over to harshness. Her eyes are fierce, but thine bird and not bird. It is not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to cut off my train, to bandy hasty words, to scant my sizes, and in conclusion to oppose the boasts against my coming in. Thou better knowest the offices of nature, bonds of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. Thy half the kingdom thou hast not forgot, wherein I be endowed.
Sir, to the purpose.
Who put my man in stocks? Who stopped my servant? Regan, I have good hope thou didst not know on it. Who comes here? Ah, sweet hands. Oh, your sweet sway loud. You yourselves are old. Make it your cause. Stand down and take my part. Are not ashamed to look upon this beard? Regan, will you take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offense that indiscretion finds and dotage terms so.
Besides, you are too tough. You get hold. How came I not in the stocks?
I certainly am, sir. 'Tis my duty. 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 'Tis my du of much less advancement.
You? Did you?
I pray you, Father, being weak, seem so. If till the expiration of your month you'll return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home, and out of that provision which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return to her, and 50 men dismissed? No, rather I abjure all roofs and choose to wage against the enmity of the air, to be a comrade with the owl and wolf necessity's sharp pitch. Return with her? Well, the hot-blooded France that dowerless took our youngest born. I could as well be brought to the year's throne and squire like beg to keep pension like return with her. Persuade me rather to be slave and sumpter to this detested groom.
At your choice, sir.
I pray thee, daughter, do not make me bad. I'll no more trouble thee. Farewell. We'll no more meet again, no more see one another. Yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my child. Or rather a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, or embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not chide thee. Let shame come when it will. I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder-bearer shoot, nor tell tales of thee to high judging Jove. Mend when thou canst. Be better at thy leisure. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I look not for you yet, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those who mingle reason with your passion must be content to call you old and so. But she knows what she does.
This is well spoken.
Dare vouch it, sir. What, 50 followers? Is it not well? What should you need of more? How in one household too many people under 2 commands hold amity? 'Tis hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants? Or from mine?
Why not, my lord? If then they chance to slack you, we could control them. If you do come to me, for now I spy a danger, I entreat you to bring but 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
I give you more.
And in good time you gave it.
Made you my guardians, my depositaries, but kept a reservation to be followed with such a number. Why must I come to you with 5 and 20, Regan? Said you so?
And speak it again, my lord, and no more with me.
Those wicked creatures yet do look well favored when others are more wicked. Not being the worst stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee, thy 50 yet doth tumble for 5 and 20, thou art twice enough.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20? 10 or 5 to follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you?
What need 1?
Reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady, if only to go home a gorgeous while. Nature needs not what thou gorgeous wearest, which scarcely keeps thee warm. But for true need, sometimes give me thy patience. Patience I need. See me here, you gods, a poor old man. It's full of grief and age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, then fool me not so much to bear it tamely. Touch me with that noble anger. Let not women's weapons want to drop stain my man's cheeks. No, you unnatural hags! I will have such revenges upon you both that all the world shall. I will do such things. What they are yet, I know not. But they will be the terrors of the earth. You think I'll weep? No, I'll not weep. This heart shall break into 100,000 flaws, or I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
Let us withdraw. It will be a storm.
This house is little. The old man, his people cannot be well bestowed.
Did his own lady, hath put himself from rest, and must needs taste his folly.
For his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not 1 follower.
So am I purposed. Where's my lord Gloucester?
Follow the old man forward. He has returned. The king is
in high rage.
Whither is he going?
Cost a horse, but where I know not whither.
'Tis best to give him way he leads himself.
My lord, entreat him by no means to stay.
Alack! The night comes on, and the bleak winds do sorely ruffle. For many miles about there's scarce a bush.
Sir, to willful men, the injuries they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors. He is attended with a desperate train, and what they may incense him to, being apt to have his ear abused. Wisdom bids fear.
Shut up your doors, my lord. 'Tis a wild night. My Regan counsels well. Come out of the storm.
Who's there, besides foul weather? One minded like the weather, most unquietly. I know you. Where's the king? Contending with the fretful elements, bids the wind blow the earth into the sea, or swell the curled waters above the main, that things might change or cease. Tears his white hair, which the impetuous blast with iris rage catch in their fury and make nothing of. Strives in this little world a man to outscorn the to and fro conflicting wind and rain. This night, wherein the cub-drawn bear would couch, the lion and the belly-pitched wolf keep their fur dry, unbonneted he runs, and bids what will, take all. But who is with him? None but the fool, who labors to outjust his heart-struck injuries.
Sir, I do know you. And there upon the orange of my note, you commended your greeting. There is division, although as yet the face is covered with mutual cunning, betwixt Albany and Cornwall. What service? There seem no less, which are to France the spies and speculation and intelligence of our state. But true it is. From France there comes a power into the scattered kingdom, wise already in our negligence, who have secret feet in some of our best ports are at point to show their open banner. Now to you. If you dare on my credit build so far and make your speed to Dover, there you shall find some that will thank you, making just report of how unmaddening and sorrow the king hath caused to be played. I will talk further with you. Now listen to the king. Spy on this storm.
Blow, winds, and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow, you cataracts and hurricanes. Spout till our trenched our steeples, drowned our cocks. You sulphurous and cock executing fires. Vaunt careers of oak-cleaving thunderbolts. Singe my white head, and thou, all shaking thunder, strike flat the thick rotundity of the world. Crack nature's bones, all German spin at once that make a grateful man. Which holy water in a dry house is better than this rainwater out of doors. Good uncle, in, ask thy daughter's blessing. Here's a night pities neither madman nor fool. Rumble thy belly full, spit fire, spout rain. Nor rain, wind, thunder, fire are my children. I tax not you, you elements with unkind. I never gave you kingdom, called you children. You owe me no subscription. Then let fall your horrible pleasure. Here I stand your slave, a poor, infirm, weak, and despised old man. Yet I call you my servile ministers, that with these two pernicious daughters join your high engendered battle against a head so old and white as this. No bones is foul. It has house to put in, has a good headpiece. The headpiece that will house, before the head has any, the heavens he shall louse. So beggars marry many, the land that makes his toe, the
that he his heart should make, shall of a corn cry woe, and turn his sleep to wake. For there never yet was fair woman, but she that made mouths in a glass.
No, I will be the pattern of all patience. I will say nothing.
Who's there? Mary, here's grace and a codpiece. That's a wise man and a fool.
Alas, sir, are you here? Things that love night love not such nights as these. The sky gallows the very wonders of the dark and makes them keep their caves. Since I was a man, such bursts of thunder, such groans of roaring wind and rain I never remember to have heard. Man's nature cannot carry the affliction nor the fear.
Let the great gods come that keep this dreadful puddle over our heads. Find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch, that hast within thee undivulged crimes, unwhipped of justice. Hold thy bloody hand, thou perjured, thou simuler of justice. Take him to pieces shake, that under covert and convenient seeming hath practiced on man's life. I demand more sin against this sin.
Bareheaded. Gracious my lord, hard by here is a hovel. Some such will lend against the tempest. Repose you there, while I to this hard house. More harder than stones whereof 'tis raised, which even now demanding after you, denied me to come in, return in force their scanty courtesy.
By instinct futility. Come, my boy. How dost my boy? Art cold? I am cold myself. Where's the straw, my fellow? The art of necessity strange and makes vile things seem precious. Come, to the hovel. My poor freedom need. I have one part in my heart that's sorry enough for you. Come, to the hovel.
He that has and a little tiny wit, with hey-ho, the wind and the rain must make content with his fortune fit. So the rain is everywhere.
True boy, come to the hovel.
Alack, Edmund, I like not this unnatural dealing. When I desired their leave that I might pity him, they took from me the use of mine own house, charged me on pain of perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him nor in any way relieve him.
Most savage and unnatural.
Go to, say you nothing. There is division between the dukes, and a worse matter than that. I had a letter tonight. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. Put in the letter in the casement of my closet. The duke, my master, must be relieved. Go you and maintain talk with the duke, that my charity be not of him perceived. If he asks for me, I am ill, and gone to bed. If I die for it, no less is threatened me. The king, my master, must be relieved. There are strange things toward Edmund. I pray you, be careful.
This courtesy, forbid thee, shall the duke instantly know, and of that letter too. This seems a fair deserving, and must draw me that which my father loses, no less than all. The younger rises when the old doth fall.
Here's the place, my lord.
Good my lord, tyranny of the open nights is not for nature to endure.
Let me alone.
Good my lord, enter here.
Wilt break my heart?
I'd rather break mine own. Good my lord, enter.
Thou thinkest as much that this contentious storm advances to the skin. So 'tis to me. But where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. Thou shalt bear. But if thy flight lay toward the roaring sea, thou wouldst meet the bear in the mouth. When the mind's free, the body's delicate. This tempest in my mind Doth from my senses shake all feeling else save what beats there. Filial ingratitude! Is it not as his mouth to tear his hand away for lifting food to eat? But I will punish her. No, I will weep no more. Such a night as this to shut me out? Pour on, I will endure in such a night as this. A pagan! Goneril! Your old kind father whose frank heart gave home. Oh, that way back is lies. Let me shut that. No more of that. Good, my lord. Enter here. Thee. Go in thyself. Seek thine own ease. The severed my mind do not give me leave to think on things which hurt me more. But I'll go in. In, boy, go first. House of poverty. Nay, boy, go in. I'll pray, and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoever you are, that by the pelting of this pitiless storm, how shall your houseless heads, your unfed sides, your looped and windowed raggedness defend you from seasons such as these? Oh, I have taken too little care of this. Take physic, pomp. Expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, that thou mayest shake the superflux to them and show the heavens more just.
Fathom in half, poor Tom.
Come not in, uncle. Here's the spirit. Help me, help me.
Who's there? The spirit, he says his name's poor Tom. Come forth. What art thou that dost grumble in the straw? Away! The foul fiend follows me through the sharp hop and blows the cold wind. Go to thy bed and warm thee.
Didst thou give all to thy two daughters, and art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire, through flame, through boarding whirlpool, or bogging cragmire, that hath laid knives under his pillow, set halters in his pew, rat's bane in his parge, made him proud of heart to ride on a fate-trotting horse over 4-inch bridges, to course his own shadow for a traitor. Oh, do-de-do-de-do. Rescue from whirlwind star nasty and taking. To poor Thomas's charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. There could I have him, and there again.
Have his daughters brought him to such a pass? Couldst thou say nothing? Wouldst thou give a more? Now all the plagues in the pendulous air hang fated over men's faults. Light on the daughters.
He hath no daughters, sir.
Death, traitor! Nothing could have subdued him to such aloneness but his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh? Judicious punishment! 'Twas this flesh begot those pelican daughters.
Hillicock sat on, Hillicock hill. This cold night will turn us all to fools and madmen. Obey thy parents, keep thy words, justice, swear not, commit not with man's sworn spouse, set not thy sweetheart on proud array, and defy the foul fiend.
What hast thou been?
A serving man that curled my hair, wore gloves in my cap, served the lust of my mistress' heart, and deeply acted darkness with her, swore as many outside thick words, and brought them the sweet face of heaven, slept in the contriving of lust, and wait to do it. Lost heart, thy leer, bloody of hand, hog and sloth, fox and stealth, wolf and greediness, lion madness, dog and prey. Let not the creaking of shoes, nor the rustling of silks betray thy poor heart, woman. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pen from lenders' books, and defy the foul fiend. Say, Suzanne, no nonny.
Thou wert better my grave than to answer with thy uncovered body this extremity of the sky. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou owest the world no slink, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, and the cat no perfume. Ha! Here's three are sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare-thought animal as thou art. Off, you endings, come, I'm butted here.
Thee, uncle, be contented, 'tis a naughty night to swim in, and now a little fire in a wild field.
field were like an old lecher's heart, a small spark and all the rest on his body cold. Look, here comes a walking fire. This is the foul liberty gibbet. He begins at curfew and walks to the first cock. He gives the web and the pin, squeeze the eye and makes the hair lip, mildews the white wheat and hurts the poor creature of the earth. Ha ha! Sweet old footy thrice the old, he met her nightmare in her ninefold. Your light in her trump light, and right thee, witch, right thee. There's your drink. What's he?
Who's there?
What is it you seek?
What are you there? Your names?
Poor Tom that eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the walnut, and the water. Yet in the fury of his heart, when the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads, swallows the old rat and ditched dog, drinks the green mantle of the standing pool, that hath been whipped from tithing and stock punished and imprisoned, that hath had 3 suits to his back, 6 shirts to his body, horse to ride and weapon to wear, but mice and rats and such small deer have been Tom's food for 7 long year. Beware, my father. Peace, Smoky. Peace, thou fiend.
Hath your grace no better company?
The Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. Modo he's called, and Mahu.
Flesh and blood, my lord, hath grown so vile that it doth hate what gets it.
Tom's a cold.
My duty cannot suffer to obey your daughter's hard commands, though their injunctions be to bar my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold of you. But I have ventured out to come and seek you, to bring you to where both fire and food are ready.
I'll speak first with this philosopher. What's the cause of thunder?
Once more to go, my lord. With which begins myself.
Wouldst thou blame him? His daughters seek his death. The poor banished Kent, he said it would be thus. Thou sayest the king grows mad. Tell thee, friend, I'm almost mad myself. I had a son, now outlawed from my blood, but lately, very late, I loved him, friend. No father, his son, dear. Here to tell thee that grief hath crazed my wits. What an art's this? I do beseech your grace.
Now cry you mercy, sir. Noble philosopher, your company.
Tom's a cold.
Here, fellow, into the hovel, the warm.
That's it all.
This way, my lord. With him, I'll keep still with my philosopher.
Let him take the flower. Take him. Come, sirrah.
Come, good Athenian.
No words. No words. Hush.
Child rolled into the dark tower came. His word was still. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smoked like a rich man.
I will have my revenge ere I depart his house.
How I may be censured that nature thus gives way to loyalty, something fears of me to think.
I now perceive it was not altogether your brother's evil disposition which made him seek his death, but a provoking merit, set at work by reprovable badness in himself.
How malicious is my fortune that I must repent to be just. Here is the letter he spoke of, which approves him an intelligent party to the advantages of France. Oh heavens, that this treason were not, or not I, the detector.
Go with me to the Duchess.
If the matter of this paper be certain, you have mighty business in hand.
True or false, it hath made thee Earl of Gloucester. Seek out thy father that he might be ready for our apprehension.
I will persevere in my course of loyalty, though the conflict be sore between that and my blood.
I shall lay my trust upon you, and thou shalt find a dearer father in my love.
in the open air. Please have the comfort with what addition you can. I will not be long.
All the power of his wits have given way to his impatience. The gods reward your kindness.
Beware the foul fiend.
Prithee, uncle, tell me whether a madman be a gentleman
or a yeoman.
A king! A king!
No, he's a yeoman that has a gentleman to his son, or he's a mad yeoman that sees his son a gentleman before him. Have 1,000 with red burning spits come easing in upon him. Ha ha! The foul fiend bites my back. There's not the trust in the tameness of a wolf, a horse's health, a boy's love, or a whore's oath. It shall be done. I shall arraign them straight. Come, sit down there, learned justicer. And now, keep being served. Sit here. Now you, she-foxes. Look where he stands and glares. Wantest thou eyes a trial, madam? Ha ha! Come o'er the board, Bessie, to me. Her boat hath the league, and she must not speak. Why she dares not come over to thee. Ha ha! The foul fiend haunts poor Tom, the voice of a nightingale. Hoppenance cries in Tom's belly for two-eyed herring. Croak not, black angel, I have no hope for thee.
How do you, sir? Stand you not before me. Will you lie down and rest upon your cushion?
I shall see the trial first. Bring on the evidence. Thou, robed man of justice, take thy place. And now, his young fellow of equity, bent by his side. You are the commission too. Sit you too. Let us deal justly. Sleepest or wakest thou, jolly shepherd? My sheep be in the corn.
And for one blasted by minikin mouth, my sheep shall take no harm.
Purr!
Time's gray.
Arraign her first. 'Tis guttural. I here take my oath before this honorable assembly. She hath kicked the king her father.
Come hither, mistress. Is your name Goneril?
She cannot deny it.
Oh, right, mercy! I took you for a joint stool.
And here's another, whose warped looks proclaim what store her heart is made on. Arms! Arms! Swords, fire! Corruption in the place! False justicer, why hast thou let her escape?
Unless I find wits.
Sir, where is the patience now you so oft boasted to retain?
The little dogs in a hole. Trey, Blanche, and Sweetheart. See, they bark at me.
Tom will throw his head at them. Oh, you curs! Be thy mouth or black or white, you that poisons him in fight. Hander, mastiff, mongrel, grim, bobtail, tiger, trundle tail. Tom will make them weep and wail. Thus with throwing back my head, dogs leap the hatchet, all are fled. Oh, do-de-do-de-do! Sister! Come march to wakes and fairs and market towns. Poor Tom, thy heart is dry.
Let them anatomize reading. See what store her heart is made of. What breathes about her heart? Is it any cause in nature that makes these hard hearts? You, sir, I shall entertain you for one of my 100. But I do not like the fashion of your garments. You'll say they are Persian. Let them be changed.
Lie here and rest a while.
No noise. No noise. Draw the curtains. So, I'll go to supper in the morning, and I'll go to bed at noon.
Where is the king, my master?
Here, trouble him not. His wits are gone.
Good friend, I prithee, take him in thy arms. I have heard a plot of death upon him. There is a litter ready. Lay him in it and drive toward Dover, where both welcome and protection will await you. Thou shouldst dally half an hour of his life and thine, and all that suit to protect him, standing assured loss. Come, take him up, and go away with me.
Oppressed nature sleeps. This rest might yet have balmed thy broken sinews, which if convenience will not allow, stand in hard cure. Come, help to bear thy master. Thou must not stay behind. And come, away.
When we see our betters see Baird in our woes, we scarcely think our miseries our foes. Who alone suffers most in the mind, leaving free things and happy shows behind. When the mind much sufferance doth overskip, when grief hath mates in bearing fellowship. How light and portable my pain seems now, when that which makes knee bend makes the king bow. He, childed as thy father, Tom away! If we'll have more tonight, say escape the king. Lurk, lurk.
Advise the Duke to where you are going to a most festinate preparation. We are bound to the like. Our post shall be swift and intelligent betwixt us. Farewell, dear sister. Farewell, my Earl of Gloucester. How now, where's the king?
My lord of Gloucester hath conveyed him hence, who with some 5 and 6 or 30 of his knights, hot questers after him, met him at gate, and with some other of the lord's dependents, are gone with him toward Dover, where they boast to have well-armed friends.
Get horses for your mistress.
Farewell, sweet lord. And sister.
Farewell. Seek out the traitor Gloucester. Pinion him like a thief and bring him before us. Though, well, we may not pass upon his life without some form of justice. Our power shall do a curtsy to our wrath, which men may blame but not control. Who's there? The traitor? Ingrateful fox! 'Tis he. Bind fast his corky arms.
With my friends consider, you are my guests. Do me no foul play, friend.
Bind him, I say.
Hard, hard! Oh, filthy traitor!
Unmerciful lady as you are, I am...
To this chair bind him. Villain, thou shalt bind.
My God, 'tis most ignobly done to pluck me by the beard.
So white and such a traitor!
These hairs which thou dost ravish from my chin will quicken and accuse thee. What will you do? With robbers' hands my hospitable favors you should not ruffle thus. What will you do?
Come, sir. What letters had you late from France?
Be simple answered, for we know the truth.
And what confederacy have you with the traitors late-footed in the kingdom?
To whose hands you sent the lunatic king. Speak!
I have a letter guessingly set down, which came from one of a neutral heart and not from one opposed.
Cunning and false. Where hast thou sent the king?
To Dover.
Wherefore to Dover? Was that not charge?
Wherefore to Dover? Let him answer that.
I am tied to the stake and must stand the course.
Wherefore to Dover?
Because I would not see thy cruel nails pluck at his poor old eyes, nor thy fierce sister and his anointed head rash boorish fangs. The sea, in such a storm as his bare head in hell black night endured, would have buoyed up and quenched the stealth fires. But poor old heart, he helped the heavens to rain. If wolves had at thy gate howled that dur time, thou shouldst have said, good porter, turn thy key. All cruels thou subscribe, but I shall see the winged vengeance overtake such children.
See it thou shalt never. Fellows, hold the chair. Upon these eyes of thine I'll set my foot.
He that made me to live till he be, I'll give some help. Oh,
One side will mock another, the other too.
If you see vengeance.
Hold your hand, my lord! I have served him ever since I was a child, but better service have
sadly comes this wound. Give me on. I shall never care what wickedness I do if this man come to good. If he live long, and in the end meet the old course of death, women will all turn monsters. Let's follow the old Earl and get the Bedlam to lead him where he would. His wolfish madness allows itself to anything. Go thou. I'll fetch some flax and whites of eggs to apply to his bleeding face. Now heavens help him.
Yet better thus and known to be condemned, than still condemned and flattered. To be worst, the lowest and most dejected thing of fortune stands still in esperance, lives not in fear. The lamentable changes from the best, the worst returns to laughter. Welcome then, thou unsubstantial air that I embrace. The wretch that thou hast blown unto the worst owes nothing to thy blasts. But who comes here? 'Tis my father, poorly led. World, oh world, for thy most strange mutations would make us hate thee. Life would not yield to age.
Oh, my good lord, I have been your tenant and your father's tenant these 40 years.
Away. Get thee away. Thy comforts can do me no good at all. Be they may hurt.
But you cannot see your way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I thought. Well, oft is seen our means secure us, and our mere defects prove our commodities. Oh, dear son Edgar, the food of thy abused father's wrath, might I but live to see thee in my touch, I'd say I had ours again.
Hannah, but who's there?
Oh God, Susie can say I'm at the worst. I'm worse than e'er I was.
'Tis poor Meg Tom.
And worse I may be yet. The worst is not so long as we can say this is the worst.
Fellow, where goest?
Is it a beggarman?
A madman and beggar, too.
He has some reason, else he would not beg. The last night's storm I such a fellow saw that made me think a man a worm. My son came then into my mind, yet my mind was scarce then friends with him. I've heard more since. As flies to wanted boys are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport.
How should this be? That is the trade that must play fool to sorrow, angering itself and others.
Is that the naked fellow?
Aye, my lord.
Get thee going. If thou shouldst overtake us a mileage way towards Dover, do it for ancient love. Bring some covering for this naked soul, and I'll entreat to lead me.
Sir, he is...
'Tis the time's plague when madmen lead the blind. Do as I bid thee. Rather do thy pleasure. Above the rest, be gone.
Give him the best power that I have.
Come on to what will. Sirrah, fellow.
Tom's cold. I cannot doubt it further.
Come hither, fellow.
And yet I must. Bless thy sweet eyes. They lead.
Knowest thou the way to Dover?
Both stile and gauge, horseway and footpath. Poor Tom hath been scared out of his good wits. 5 fiends have been in poor Tom at once. Of lust is Obidicate, Obididins, prince of dumbness, Mahu of murder, Modo of stealing, Liberty Jubit of mopping and mowing, who sits possesses chambermaids and waiting women. Bless thee, master.
Dear fellow, take this purse. Thou whom the heavens have humbled to all strokes, that I am wretched make thee the happier. Dost thou know Dover?
My master.
There is a cliff, whose high and bending head leads fearfully into the confined deep. Bring me but to the very brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou dost bear with something rich about me.
From that place I shall no lady meet.
Give me thy arm. What arm shall it be?
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our mild husband not met us on the way. Now where's your master?
Madam, within, but never man so changed. I told him of the army that was landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer was the worse. Of Gloucester's treachery in the loyal service of his son. When I informed him, he called me sot, and said I had turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seems pleasant to him. What like, offensive.
Then shall you go no further. It is a cowish terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. You'll not feel alarms which tie us to an answer. Our wishes on the way may prove effects. Back, Edmund, to my brother. Hasten his musters and conduct his powers. I must change arms at home and give the distaff into my husband's hands. That trusty servant shall pass with me. Ere long do I like to hear, if you dare venture on your own behalf, a mistress's command. Wear this, spare speech. This kiss, if it does speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive, and fare thee well.
Yours. In the rakes of death.
My most dear Gloucester, oh, the difference between man and man. To thee a woman's services are due. A fool usurps my body.
Madam, my lord is coming.
I have been worth the whistle.
Oh, Goneril, you are not worth the dust which the rude wind blows in your face. I fear your disposition. That nature which contemns its origin cannot be bordered certain in itself. She that herself will sliver and disbranch from her material sap, perforce must wither and come to deadly use.
No more. The text is foolish.
Wisdom and goodness to the vile seem vile. Filths savor but themselves. What have you done? Tigers, not daughters, what have you performed? A father, and a gracious aged man whose reverence even the headlogged bear would lick. Most barbarous, most degenerate have you madded. Could my good brother suffer you to do it? A man, a prince by him so benefited, that the heavens do not their visible spirit send quickly down to tame these vile offenses. It will come. Humanity must perforce prey on itself, like monsters of the deep.
Milk-livered man that bears a cheek for blows, a head for wrong, who hast not in thy brow and eye discerning thine honor from thy suffering, that not knowest fools do these villains pity who are punished ere they have done their mischief. Where's thy drum? France spreads his banners in our noiseless land. With plumed helm, thy state begins to threat. Whilst thou, a moral fool, sittest still and criest, alack, why does he serve?
See thyself, devil! Proper deformity seems not in the fiend so hard as in woman.
Oh, vain fool!
Thou change it, and self-covered thing for shame! The monster not thy feature. Were't my fitness to let these hands obey my blood, they are apt enough to dislocate and tear though thou art a fiend. A woman's shape doth shield thee.
May your manhood new!
Oh no, what news? Oh my good lord, the Duke of Cornwall's dead. Slain by a servant going to cut out the other eye of Gloucester. Gloucester's eyes! A servant he bred. Guilty remorse, opposed against the act, bending his sword toward Great Master, who, the rat enraged, flew on him and amongst them found him dead. But not without that faithful stroke which since hath plucked him out. No, this shows you are above, you justicers, that these are nether crimes so speedily convenge. But oh, poor Gloucester. Lost his other eye? Both. Both, my lord. This letter, madam, craves a speedy answer. 'Tis from your sister.
One way I like this well, but being widow and my Gloucester with her, may all the building in my fancy pluck upon my hateful love. Another way the news is not so taught. I'll read an answer.
Where was his son when they did take his eyes? Come with my lady hither. He is not here? No, my good lord. I met him back again. No, see the wickedness. I, my good lord. 'Twas he informed against him and quit the house on purpose, that their punishment might have the freer course. Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showedst the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend. Tell me more of what thou knowest.
Suddenly gone back. Know you no reason.
Something he hath left imperfect in the state, which since his coming forth is thought of, which imports to the kingdom so much fear and danger, that his present return is most required and necessary.
Did your letter curse the queen to any demonstration of grief?
Aye, sir. She took it, read it in my presence, and now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen over her passion, who, most rebel-like, sought to be king o'er her.
And it moved her.
Not to a rage. Patience and sorrow strove who should express her goodliest. You have seen sunshine and rain at once. Her smiles and tears were like. A better way. Those happy smilers that played upon her ripe lips seemed not to know what guests were in her eyes, which, parted thence, as pearls from diamonds dropped. In brief, sorrow would be a rarity most beloved, if all could become it so.
Made she no verbal question?
Faith, once or twice she heaved the name of father pantingly forth, as if it pressed her heart, cried, sisters, sisters, shame of ladies' sisters, Kent, father, sisters, what of the night? In the storm, let pity not be believed. There she shook the holy water from her heavenly eyes and clamor moistened. Then away she started to deal with grief alone.
It is the stars. The stars above us govern our condition, or else oneself make and mate cannot beget such different issue. Spoke you with her since?
No.
Was this before the king returned?
No, since.
Well, sir, the poor distressed Lear is in the town, who sometime in his better tune remembers what we are come about, and by no means will yield to see his daughter.
Why, good sir?
Sovereign shame so elbows him. His own unkindness that stripped her from his benediction, turned her to foreign casualties, gave her dear rights to his dog-hearted daughters. These things sting his mind so venomously. Burning shame detains him from Cordelia.
Alack, poor gentleman.
Of Albany and Cornwall's powers you heard not.
'Tis so, they're afoot.
Well, sir,
I'll bring you to our Master Lear and leave you to attend him. You shall not grieve lending me this acquaintance. Pray go along with me.
Alack, 'tis he. Why, he was met even now as mad as the vexed sea, singing aloud, crowned with rank fumiter and furrow weeds, parduk, hemlock, nettles, cuckoo flowers, darnel, all the idle weed that grow in our sustaining corn. A century! Send forth! Search every acre of the high-grown field and bring him to our eye! What can man's wisdom in the restoring his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward worth.
There is means, madame. Our foster nurse of nature is repose, the which he lacks. That to provoke in him are many simples operative, whose power will close the eye of anguish.
All blessed secrets, all you unpublished virtues of the earth, spring with my tears. Be aidant and remediate in the good man's distress. Seek! Seek for him! Lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
News, madam. The British powers are marching hitherward.
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of them. Oh, my poor father. It is thy business that I go about. Therefore, great France, my mourning and importune tears hath pitied. No blown ambition doth our arms incite, but love, dear love, our aged father's right. Soon may I hear and see him.
But are my brother's powers set forth?
Aye, madam.
Himself in person here?
Madam, with much ado. Your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home?
No,
What might import my sister's letter to him?
I know not.
Faith, he is posted hence on serious matter. It was great ignorance Gloucester's eyes being out to let him live. Where he arrives, he moves all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in pity of his misery, to dispatch his nighted life, moreover to describe the strength of the enemy.
Madam, I must needs after him with my letter.
Our troops set forth tomorrow. Stay with us. The ways are dangerous.
I may not. My lady charge my madam in this business.
Why should she write to Edmund? Might not you transport her purposes by word? Belike, some things I know not what. I love thee much. Let me unsee it.
Madam, I had rather.
I know your lady does not love her husband. I am sure of that. And after late being here, she gave strange Iliad the most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know your ruffled bosom.
Aye, madam.
I speak in understanding. You are, I know it. Therefore, I do advise you. Take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. If you do find him, pray you, give him this. And when your mistress hears thus much from you, I pray, desire recall her wisdom to her. So fare thee well. If you do chance to hear of that blind traitor, preferment falls on him that cuts him off.
Would that I could meet him, madam. I would show a part of my follow.
Very well.
When do we come to the top of that same hill?
You do climb it up now. Look how we labor.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark, do you hear the sea?
No. Truly.
Why, then your other senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
So may it be indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakest in better phrase and manner than thou didst.
You're much deceived, and nothing am I changed but in my garments.
Methinks you're better spoken.
Come on, sir. Place. Stand still. The crows and chows that wing the midway air show scarce or gross as beetles. How fearful and dizzy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. Halfway down hangs the wonder that gathers sandpire. Dreadful trade. Methinks he seems no bigger than his head. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice, and yon tall anchoring bark, diminished to her cock a boy, almost too small for sight. The murmuring surge that on the unnumbered island pebbled shakes cannot be heard so high. I'll look no more. As my brain churn and the deficient sight topple down headlong.
Set me where you stand.
You are now within a foot of the extremest verge. For all beneath the moon would I not leap upright.
Let go my hand. Your fellow's another purse. In it a jewel well worth the poor man's taking. Fairies and gods prosper it with thee. Now, fellow, go thou further off and let me hear thee coming.
Now fare you well, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why did you trifle thus with his despair? Is done to cure it.
O you mighty gods, this world I do renounce, and in your shining sight patiently my great affliction off. If I could stand it longer and not stand to quarrel with your great opposeless wills, my snuff and those that part of nature should burn itself up. If Edgar live, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Gone, sir. Farewell. Yet I know not how treasure the conceit may rob the treasure of life, and life itself yields to the fact. Had he been where he thought, by this had thought been past, alive or dead. Ho you, sir, friend, hear you, sir, speak! It might he pass indeed. What are you, sir? He revives.
Away, let me die.
Hadst thou been off the gossamer feathers ere so many fathom down precipitating, thou shivered like an egg, but thou dost breathe. Hast heavy substance, bleedest not, speakest art sound. Thy life's a miracle. Speak yet again.
Have I fallen or no?
From the dread summit of this chalky bourne, look up behind. The shrill gorge lark so far cannot be seen or heard. Do but look up.
Alack, I have no eyes. This wretchedness deprived that benefit to end itself by death. It was yet some comfort when misery could beguile the tyrant's will, and frustrate his brow.
Give me your arm. Up so. How is it? Feel you your legs? You stand.
Too well. Too well.
'Tis above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you?
Poor unfortunate beggar.
As I stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons. He had 1,000 noses, horns whelked and made like the enriched sea. He was some fiend. first gods who make honors of men's impossibilities have preserved thee.
I do remember now. Henceforth I'll bear affliction till it do cry out itself, enough, enough, and die. The thing you spoke of, I took it for a man. Often 'twould cry the fiend. Fiend. He led me to that place.
Bear free and patient thoughts.
Do comes here.
Safer sense would never accommodate his master thus.
No, they cannot touch me for coining. I am the king himself.
Oh, thou side-piercing sight!
Nature's above art in that respect. There's your press money. That fellow holds his bowl like a crow-keeper. Draw me and clothier's yard. Look, look, a mouse. Peace, peace. This piece of toasted cheese will do it. There's my gauntlet. I'll brew it on a giant. Oh, bring up the brown bills. Well flown, bird. In the clout, in the clout. Give the word.
Sweet mushroom.
Pass. Know thy voice. Ha! 'Tis Goneril with a white beard. They flattered me like a dog and told me I had white in my beard ere the black ones were there. To say I am no to everything I said. I am no tools, no good divinity. When the rain came to me once, and the wind made me chatter. When the thunder would not peace at my bidding. There I found him. There I smelt him out. Go to, they are not men of the words. They told me it was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not acute-proof.
The trick of that voice I do remember well. Is it not the king?
Die! Every inch a king! When I do stare, see how the subject quakes. I pardon that man's life. What was that cause? Adultery? Thou shalt not die. Die for adultery? No! The wren goes to it, and the small gilded fly does lecture in my sight. Let copulation thrive! For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his father than my two daughters got between the lawful sheets. To it, luxury pell-mell! Try like soldiers. Behold yond simpering dame, whose face between forks presages snow that minces virtue, and does shake the head to hear of pleasure's name. The vitune or the soiled horse goes to it with a more riotous appetite. Down from the waist they are centaurs, though women are above. But to the girdle do the gods inherit. Beneath is all the fiends. There's hell, there's darkness, there's the sulphurous pit. Burning, scalding, stench, consumption. Fie, fie, fie. Pah, pah. Give me an ounce of spirits, good apothecary. Sweeten my imagination. There's money for thee.
Oh, let me kiss that hand.
Let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
The rude piece of nature. So should this great world so wear out not. Do you know me?
I know thine eyes well enough. Dost thou squint at me? No! Do thy worst, blind Cupid, all block love. Read thou this challenge, marked with the penny of it.
Were all thy letters sons I could not see.
I would not take this from report. It is my heart breaks at it.
Read! What? With the case of eyes.
Oh! Are you there with me? No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light. Yet you see how the world goes.
I see it feelingly.
What? Art mad? A man may see how the world goes with no eyes. Look with thine ears. See how yon justice rails upon yon simple thief. In thine way. Change places and handy-dandy, which is the justice, which is the thief. Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar? And the creature runs from the cur. There thou mightest behold the great image of authority. A dog's obeyed in office. Thou rascal beadle, hold thy bloody hand. Why dost thou lash that paw?
How hotly lust to use her in that same kind for which thou whippest her. The usurer hangs the cozener. Through tattered clothes small vices appear. Robes and hanged furs hide all. Plates sin with gold, and the strong glance of justice hurtless breaks. Armit in rags and pygmy straw doth pierce it. None does offend me. None, I say none. I'll able them. Take it from me, good friend, who has the power to seal the accuser's lips. Get thee glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician, seem to see the things thou dost not. Now, pull off my boots. Harder, harder, so.
Matter and impertinency, mixed reason and madness.
If thou wilt reap my fortunes, take my eyes. I don't do well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. You must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest, when we first smell the air, we wail and cry. I'll preach to thee, mark!
Alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we have come to this great stage of fools. Listen, we look. 'Tis a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll put it in proof. And when I've stolen upon these sons-in-law, then kill!
Here he is! Lay hands upon him! Sir, your most dear...
No rescue! What? A prisoner? I am even the natural fool of fortune. Use me well. You shall have ransom. Let me have surgeons. I am cut to the brain.
You shall have anything.
What? No seconds? All myself? Why, this would make a man of salt, to use his eyes for watering garden pots. Aye, and laying autumn's dust. But I will drive bravely, like a smug bridegroom. What? I will be jovial. Come. I am the king. Masters, know you that?
You are a royal one, and we obey you.
Then there's life in it. Come, and you shall get it. You shall get it by running.
Sight most pitiful and the meanest wretch past thinking of in a king. Thou hast one daughter that redeems nature from the general curse that twain have brought her to.
Hail, gentle sir.
Sir Speedy, what's your will?
Do you hear aught of a battle toward?
Most sure and vulgar, everyone hears that which can distinguish sound.
How near's the other army?
Near and on speedy foot. The main discry stands on the hourly thought.
I thank you, sir, that's all.
Though that the queen on special cause is here, her army is moved on.
I thank you, sir.
You ever gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worser spirit tempt me to die again before you please.
I pray you, Father.
Now, fellow, what art thou?
A most poor man, who in the art of known and feeling sorrow, am pregnant to good pity.
Hearty thanks. The bounty and benison of heaven, the boot and boot.
A proclaimed prize! Most happy! That eyeless head of thine was first framed flesh to raise my fortunes. Thou old unhappy traitor, briefly thyself remember. The sword is out that must destroy thee. Now that thy friendly hand put strength enough to it. Wherefore, bold peasant, darest thou support a published traitor? Let go his arm, lest the infection of his fortune take hold on thee.
Do not let go, sir, without further occasion.
Let go, slave, or thou diest.
Good gentlemen, go your gate, let Cornwall pass.
Out, dunghill.
She'll pick your teeth, sir. Come no matter for your boys.
Oh, slave, thou hast slain me. Villain, take my purse. If ever thou wilt thrive, bury my body, and take the letters thou findest about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Seek him out among the English party. Oh, untimely, oh, death.
Serviceable villain, studious to the vices of thy mistress's badness would desire. my friends. He's dead. I wish he had some other deathsmith. Lead, gentle wax, and manners blame us not. To know our enemies' minds, we rip their hearts, their papers is more lawful. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will want not, time and place will be fruitfully offered. There is nothing done if he return the conqueror. Then am I the prisoner, and his bed my jail. From the loathed warmth whereof deliver me, and supply the place for your labor. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant Goneril. Oh, in distinguished space of woman's will, a blot against her virtuous husband's life in the exchange, my brother. Here in the sands thee I'll rake up, the post unsanctified of murderous lecherds. When the time is ripe, I shall strike the death practice duke. For him 'tis well that of my death and business I can tell.
The king is mad. How stiff is my vile sense that I can stand, and have ingenious feeling of my huge sorrows. Better I were distract.
Here thy arm. For oft methinks I hear the beaten drum. And father, I bestow you with a friend.
Good Kent, how shall I live and work to match thy goodness? My life will be too short, and every measure fail me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is to be o'erpaid. All my reports go with the modest truth. No more, no effect, but so.
Be better suited. These weeds are memories of those worser hours. I prithee put them off.
Right. Dear madam, yet to be known shortens my main intent. My boon I make it that thee know me not. What time would I think me?
And be it so. How does the king?
I'm in sleep still.
You kind gods, cure this great breach in his abused nature. The untuned and jarring senses are wind up of this child-changed father.
So please your majesty that we may wake the king. He has slept long.
Be governed by your knowledge and proceed in the sway of your own will. Is he arrayed?
Aye, madam. In the heaviness of sleep we put fresh garments on him.
Be back, good man, when we do wake him. I doubt not of his temperance.
Very well.
Please you joining us.
Oh, my dear father. Restoration, hang thy medicine on my lips. Let this kiss repair those violent harms that my two sisters have in thy reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Had you not been their father, these white flakes would challenge pity of them. Is this a face to be opposed against the warring winds? To stand against the deep, dread-bolted thunder? And the most terrible and nimble stroke of quick crossed lightning to watch? What picture? This thin helm. An enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire.
rusty straw. Alack, alack, 'tis wonder that thy life and wits at once had not concluded all. He wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, to you 'tis fittest.
How does my lord? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire that mine own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know. Where did you die?
Still far wide.
He's scarce awake. Let him alone a while.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I'm mightily abused. I should even die with pity to see another soul thus. I know not what to say. I will not swear these hands are mine. Let's see. I feel this pinprick. Oh, would I were assured of my condition.
Look upon me, sir. Place your hands in benediction o'er me. No, sir, you must not kneel.
Pray, do not mock me. I'm a very foolish follower of man. 80 and upward. To deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. He thinks I should know me, and know this fellow, but I am doubtful. For I am mainly ignorant where I am, and all the skills I have remember not these garments, nor I know not where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
And so I am.
Your tears wet. Yes, Faith, I pray. If not, if you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me, for your sisters have, as I do remember, done you wrong. You have some cause. They have none.
No cause. No cause.
Am I in France?
Your own opinion.
Do not abuse me.
Be comforted that in the great rage you see is killed in him, but it is danger to make him even know the time that he has lost. Desire him to go in, trouble him no more till further settling.
Will it please your highness walk?
You must bear with me. For you. Forgive and forget. I'm very bald and foolish.
Holds it true, sir, that the Duke of Cornwall was so slain?
Most certain, sir.
Who was conductor of his people?
As 'tis said, the bastard son of Gloucester.
They say Edgar, his banished son, is with the Earl of Kent in Germany.
Report is changeable. 'Tis time to look about. The powers of the kingdom approach apace.
The arbitrament is like to be bloody. Very well, sir.
My appointed period will be thoroughly wrought, or well, or ill, as this day's battles fought.
Know of the Duke of his last purpose hold, or whether since he's advised by aught to change the course. He's full of alteration and self-reproving. Bring his constant pleasure.
Our sister's man has certainly miscarried.
'Tis to be doubted, madam.
How sweet lord. You know the goodness I intend upon you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honor, love.
But have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place?
That thought amuses you.
I am
doubtful that you have been conjunct and bosomed with her as far as we call hers.
No, by mine honor, madam.
I shall never endure her. Be not, though you
Fear me not.
She and the Duke, her husband.
I'd rather lose the battle than that sister should lose it in me.
A very loving sister well bemet. Sir, this I've heard. The king has come to his daughter, with others whom the rigor of our state forced to cry out. Where I could not be honest, I never yet was valiant, for in this business it touches us as France invades our land. Not bold the king with others, whom I fear most just and heavy causes make oppose.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Why is this reason?
Combine together against the enemy. For these domestic and particular broils are not the question here.
Let's then proceed with the ancient of war on our proceeding.
I shall attend you presently at your tent.
Sister, you'll go with us?
No.
'Tis most convenient. Pray you, go with us.
Oh ho, I know the riddle. I will go.
Remember your graceful speech with the knights of war. Hear me one word.
The Lord take you. Speak.
Before you find the battle of this letter, and that brought it, rich though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is vouched there. If you fail, your business of the world hath so an end, and machination ceases. Fortune love you.
Stay till I have read the letter.
I was forbidden. When time shall serve, let but the herald cry, and I'll appear again.
My fare thee well. I will overlook thy paper.
The enemy's in view. Draw forth your powers. Here is the guess of their true strength and number by diligent discovery. But your haste is now urged on you.
We will greet the time.
To both these sisters have I sworn my love. Each jealous of the other as the stung are of the adder. Which of them shall I take? Both. One. Or neither. Neither can be enjoyed while both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril. And hardly shall I carry out my side, her husband being alive. Well then, we'll use his countenance for the battle, which being done, let her who would be rid of him devise his speedy taking off. As for the mercy which he intends to Lear and to Cordelia, the battle done and they within our power shall never see his pardon. For my state stands on me to defend, not to debate.
Whenever I return to you again, I'll bring you comfort.
Let's go with you, sir.
Away, old man, away! Give me thy arm away! King Lear hath lost and his daughter taken. Come on!
No further, sir. A man may rot even here.
What? In ill thoughts again? Men must endure their going hence, even as they're coming hither. Rightness is all. Come on.
That's true, too.
Some officers take them away. Good guard until their greater pleasures first be known that are to censure them.
We are not the first who with best meaning have incurred the worst. To the oppressed king I am cast down. My myself could out-frown false fortune's frown. Shall we not see these daughters and these sisters?
Come, let's away to prison. We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. And when thou dost ask my blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we live and pray and sing and tell our tales and laugh at gilded butterflies and hear poor rogues talk of court moves. And we'll talk with them too. Who loses and who wins, who's in, who's out. So we'll take upon the mysteries of things, as if we were God's spies. We're at, in a walled prison, pacts and sects of great ones that ebb and flow by the moon. Take them away! Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. And I copy. He that pots us shall bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like fossils. My black eyes. The good years shall devour me, flesh and fell. Ere they shall make us weep, we'll see him starve first.
Hither, Captain Hawk. Take thou this note. Go, follow them to prison. One step I have advanced thee. If thou dost as this instructs thee, thou dost make thy way to noble fortunes. Know thou this, that men are as the time is. To be tender-minded does not become a sword. Thy great employment shall not bear question. Say thou'lt do it or thrive by other means.
I'll do it.
About it. And right happy when that's done. Mark, I say instantly, and carry it so as I have set it down.
I'll do it, my lord. I cannot draw a cart, nor eat dried oats. If it be a man's work, I'll do it.
You have showed today your valiant strain, and fortune led you well. You have the captives who are the opposites of this day's strife. I do require them of you, so to use them as their safety and our merits may equally determine.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention and appointed guard, whose age had charms in it, whose title more to pluck the common bosom on his side, and turn our impressed lances in our eyes which do command them. With him I sent the queen, my reason all the same, and they are ready, tomorrow, or at further space, to attend you where you shall hold your counsel. At this time we sweat and bleed. The friend hath lost his friend, and the best quarrels in the heat are cursed by those who feel their sharpness. The question of Cordelia and her father requires a fitter place.
Sir, by your patience, I hold you but as a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace him. Methinks our pleasure might have been demanded ere you had spoke so far. And that our powers bore the commission of my place in person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your brother.
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your addition.
In my rights, by me invested, he compares the best.
That were the most, if he should husband you.
Jesters do oft prove prophets.
Hola, hola! The eye that told you so looked but squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from a full-flowing stomach. General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony. Dispose of them, of me. The walls are thine. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him?
The let alone lies not in your goodwill,
Nor in thine, lord.
half-blooded fellow. Yes.
Let the drum strike and prove my title thine.
Hold. Hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thy attaint, this gilded servant. As for your claims, fair sister, I bar them in interest of my wife. She is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your veins. If you must marry, make your loves to me. My lady is bespoke.
An interlude.
Thou art armed, Gloucester. Let the trumpets, let the cannon sound. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, then there's my pledge. I'll prove it on your heart. Ere I taste bread, thou art in nothing less than I have here proclaimed thee.
I'm sick! I'm sick! If not, I'll ne'er trust medicine.
There's my exchange. What in the world he is that calls me traitor, villain like he lies? On him, on you, who not? I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
A herald!
A herald! How, a herald?
Trust to thy single virtue. All thy soldiers levied in my name have in my name took their discharge.
My sickness growls upon me.
It's not well. There to my tent. Come hither, herald. Let the cannon sound and read up this.
Sound cannon. Any man of quality or degree within the lists of this army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor. Let him appear by the third sound of the cannon. He is bold in his defense. Again. Again.
Ask him why he doth appear on this sounding of the cannon.
What are you? Your name, your quality, and why you answer this present summons?
No, my name is lost by treason, stoop, bear not in Canterbury, neither my nibble as the adversary I come to close.
Which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Himself, what sayest thou to him?
Draw thy sword, that if my speech have been a noble heart, thy arm may do thee justice. Here is mine. It is the privilege of mine honors, my oath, and my profession. I protest, maugre thy strength, place, youth, and eminence. Despite thy victor sword and fire new fortune, thy valor and thy heart, thou art a traitor. False to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father, conspire against this high illustrious prince, and from the extremest summit of thy head to the descent and dust beneath thy foot, the most toad-spotted traitor. Say thou no, this sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent to prove upon whereto I speak, thou liest.
In wisdom I should ask thy name, but since thy outside looks so fair and warlike, and that some say thy tongue of breeding breeds, what think the nicely I might well delay by rule of knighthood I disdain and spurn. Back do I toss these treasons to thy head, with the hell-hated lie o'erwhelm thy heart, which, since they yet glance by and scarcely bruise, this sword of mine shall give them instant sway where they shall rest forever.
Than thou art. The more hast wronged me. My name is Edgar, my father's son. The gods are just and mark pleasant vices make instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he got cost him his eyes.
Thus spoken right. 'Tis true. The wheel is come full circle, I am here.
Thought thy very gifted prophecy, royal nobleness. I must embrace thee. Let sorrow split my heart if I did ever hate thee or thy father.
Worthy prince, I know it.
How have you hid yourself? How have you known of the miseries of your father?
By nursing them, my lord. Missed a brief tale in winter told, though that my heart would burst. bloody proclamation to escape which followed me so near. Oh, our life's sweetness that we would hourly die the pain of death rather than die at once. Led me to assume a madman's rags, to assume a semblance the very dogs disdained. And in this habit met I my father with his bleeding rings, their precious stones new lost, became his guide, led him, begged for him, saved him from despair. Never, O thought, revealed myself unto him until some half hour passed when I was armed. Though hoping of his good success, I asked for his blessing, and from first to last told him of our pilgrimage. But alack, his heart, too weak the conflict to support, twixt two extremes of passion, joy and grief, burst smilingly.
This speech of yours hath moved me, and shall perchance do good. But speak you on, you look as you had something more to say.
If there be more, woeful, hold it in, for I'm most ready to dissolve on hearing of this.
This would have seemed to be a time such as love, not sorrow, but another. To amplify too much would make much more and talk extremity. Whilst I was big in clamor, came in there a man who, having seen me in my worst estate, shunned my abhorred society. But then finding who 'twas so endured, with his strong arms fastened round my neck, and bellowed out as he burst heaven, told the most piteous tale of him and Lear that ever ear received.
Who was this?
Kent, sir, the noble Kent, who followed his enemy king and did him service improper for a slave.
Help! Help! Oh, help!
What kind of help?
Speak, man.
What means this bloody knife?
'Tis hot. It smokes. It came even from the... Oh, she's dead.
Who's dead? Speak, man.
Your lady, sir. Your lady. And her sister by her is poisoned. She hath confessed it.
I was contracted to them both. All three now marry in an instant.
Here comes Kent.
Deuce the bodies, be they alive or dead. This judgment of the heavens, which makes us tremble, touches us not with pity. But is this he? The time does not allow the compliments which very manners urges.
I am come to bid my lord and master, I good night. Is he not here?
Great thing of us forgot. Speak, Edmund! Where is the king? Where is Cordelia? Seest thou this object, Kent?
Why thus?
Yet Edmund was beloved. The one the other poisoned for my sake, and after slew herself.
And so cover their faces.
I pant for life. Some good I mean to do despite of mine own nature. Send to the prison, be brief on it, for my writ is on the life of Lear and of Cordelia. Nay, send in time.
Run! Run, oh run!
To whom, my lord? Send my token of reprieve.
Well thought on. Take my sword, take it to the captain.
Haste thee for thy life.
Hath commission from thy wife and me to hang Cordelia in the prison, and to lay the blame upon her own despair that she fordid herself.
The gods defend her.
Baird, and Swile.
You are men of stones. Had I your tongues and eyes, I'd use them that heaven's vault should crack. She's gone forever. I know that one is dead when one lives. She's dead as earth. Then me looking glass. If that your breath will mist or stain the stone, why then she lives.
Is this the promised land?
Or image of that horror.
Oh, cease. His feather stirs. She lives! If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt.
Oh my goodness.
The away!
'Tis noble Kent, your friend.
A plague upon you! Murderers! Traitors all! I might have saved her. Now she's gone forever. Cordelia. Cordelia. Stay a little. What is it thou sayest? Her voice was ever gentle, soft and low. An excellent thing in women. I killed the slave that was a-hanging thee.
'Tis true, my lord, he did.
Did I not, fellow? I have seen the day with my good biting falcon. I would have made him skip. I am old now, and these same crosses spoil me. Who are you? Mine eyes are not the best. I'll tell you straight.
Fortune bragger too she loved and hated. One of them was behold.
This is a dull sight. Are you not Kent?
The same. Your servant Kent. Where is your servant Caius?
He's a good fellow. I can tell you that. He'll strike! And quickly, too. He's dead. And rotten.
No, my good lord. I'm the very man.
I'll see that straight.
And from your first of difference and decay followed your sad steps.
You are welcome hither.
Nor man's else. All's cheerless, stark, and deadly. Thy eldest daughters have fordone themselves, and desperately are dead.
Aye, so I think.
He knows us not, and vain it is that we present ourselves to him.
Edmund is dead, my lord.
That's but a trifle here. You great and noble friends know our intent. What comfort to this great decay might come shall be applied. For us, we resign during the life of this great majesty, to him our absolute power, you to your rights, with boot and such addition as your many virtues have more than merited. All friends shall taste the wages of their virtue. All foes, the cup of their deserving. But see,
My poor fool is hanged. No life! Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life and now no breath at all? That'll come no more. Never, 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 never. Pray you, undo this button. Thank you, sir. Oh, do you see this? Look on her. Look. Her lips. Look there. He faints! My lord! My lord!
Break heart, I prithee break.
Look up, my lord!
Vex not his ghost. Oh, let him pass.
He's gone indeed.
He hates him that would upon the rack of this tough world stretch him out longer. It is a wonder he hath endured so long.
present business is general woe. Friends of my soul you claim, rule in this realm, and this board stinks.
I have a journey. Shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
The weight of this sad time, we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne the most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.